Paul against Randall. Crossover. Pull back. Spin. Throws it up with the basket. Oh!
This is the matchup he wants right here.
Look at the handle.
That's what he wants.
Look at this score. Chris Paul with a couple fouls. 0 of 2 so far. He'll dance, dart, put in a 3, and that is the third 3 by the Lakers tonight. Spinning
time, you know, for what little time you have left in the season with just 7 games. As Chris Paul, we've seen him so many times.
But they are just 2 of 12 here in the fourth quarter.
He's been spectacular here in this third quarter. Paul, desperation. Oh, hurts.
Down. Working against Kuminga. Got him on the drop and knocks down the shot.
Quick points early on. He's only got 10 since, and he's 9 for 23 from the floor on the night. Mid-range.
Paul and Schroeder. Chris Paul grinding away. Bridges corner 3.
Chris Paul fading away.
Paul, the crossover, the stop. 70% from the floor here in the quarter. They have a 24-point lead. I guess he's okay.
Paul step back 3-pointer. Puts it in and the foul. Chance for a 4-point play.
Bad at all. I wonder if he knew what he was doing there. Timmy Duncan night, he's banking it off the glass.
Typically, throughout the regular season, the Suns at a very slow pace. Obviously, Chris Paul.
Paul, a masterful.
The toughest task to defend.
Paul, mid-range. Oh, yeah.
For Chris Paul. There's the screen set by Ayton. Paul, pull-up jumper. Puts it in. Chris Paul does it again.
All the reasons why Phoenix had the second best record in the NBA by what they're doing here in the second half. Chris Paul.
Sit up, 4 seconds left. He gets around Griffin. Paul all the way.
These guys are the reason why we're back in it. So I love that he stuck with them. Paul trying to accomplish offensively.
Third foul on Kuzma. Chris Paul falling away, rolls around and
Yeah. Unfortunately for them.
Booker to the 10th floor.
Bullock is on him. Long 2. Got it!
Off turnovers for the Suns right now with a chance to add to it and make it 19.
Paul driving, got bumped. Oh, Ayton on the cut and the jam.
Paul working on Washington. The 17.
Shot clock to 3, to 2, laying it up.
Paul got that one.
He's got 14 now. 1-point game. Paul leaves it for Ayton.
He's only taken 3 shots and made 2. Paul with the power.
Paul working baseline, gets into Bain and 1.
In Chris Paul's hands, and you got to think they're going to get a quality shot.
Gives it up in the corner. Bridges. Oh, that's his.
And a spur on his team. Make a massive comeback. Off the glass.
Over and they get it back and they make something great.
Pull up Chris Paul. Crunch time.
Real weapon now. There's Paul. Flurry of moves.
McGee a high screen. The switch with Monroe. And Paul will dance a bit and fire.
Good ball that sets up Paul off the elbow.
Bath right there in the last 2 possessions. Clippers are out to a good start. Paul, a little.
It's Paul on Nance. The hesitation and the drive. Paul still in. 36 minutes. He played 38 the other night, and he gets it up to McGee. And
Now, after that big second quarter, Paul saw him.
shot clock at 9. Under 3 in the third. Step back. 21-footer. Screen by Ayton. Falling back defensively. Valanciunas. And Ayton, did you see Ayton after the season? 17 games. Now he defends Paul on the 3. Another one!
To bring it into the front court. CP3 doing a little dance out on top. Now lobs it up. And the finish to the.
And all 4 of Phoenix's field goals this quarter. Here they go for Ayton. Make it 5.
And the 6th for Russ. Paul to Booker.
Chris Paul, hands on him. Good move, crossover, drive, and he got it to go.
Pitched on Davis. Ayton has Bradley underneath. Paul knows it and sticks. Paul was so shifty.
Paul.
Oh, he's in his bag.
Paul working over Anthony, flips a pass over the shoulder.
Guys against great players that can pass the ball, and that's why it was effective.
Paul gets all the way into the paint.
40 feet away from the goal. Timers at 8 on the switch. Porter's got Paul. Paul into the lane with a floater. It's good. Chris Paul comes up big.
Here's Paul again, switched on Aldridge. Paul screams in, gets the bucket, plus the foul. Oh my goodness.
Paul left open, some miscommunication there. And
Points for Chris Paul. Paul the lob, and Ayton throws it down. Sends it back up top now, it's Paul. Paul, 5 on the shot clock, draws a foul, knocks it down, has a chance.
Paul dancing, driving, shooting, scoring. Paul dancing on Porzingis and gets
a bit tighter here.
Nuggets, as Shaq might say, need the others to come along tonight with the Tony Jokic.
Grade, I did. When I was in 9th grade, I certainly did not. Paul flipped three.
Chris Paul, one of the best punch time players in the league. Going to work, drives into the paint, off 1 foot, hit it.
The Suns are 7-0 in busy starts over the last 2 seasons. And Paul,
17-1 run for Phoenix. LA hasn't scored a field goal in over 5.
added alive by Johnson. Another chance for Phoenix, and Paul. Here comes Paul. Paul racing in, leaves it for Crowder, who lays it home.
Feel it right here.
On the pull-up. Yes! And
made his first bucket against the Clippers as Chris Paul loses heart and stuff.
Chris Paul into Covington to tie. Got it.
Is down. It'll go up over Jackson. Chris Paul.
Paul works on Okoro. Okoro recovers. Paul's jumper.
CP3 in his bag. Got it.
Right now, got the screen, takes it through, chiseling his way free. Paul got the screen. Here comes Paul over Nurkic. Got it.
With those long arms, that great reach. Thought about the pass to DA.
Deflection. Paul.
Donor out there, you know who you are. Thank you.
Yeah. Paul.
The screen this time. Paul got loose.
It's a big man's worst nightmare right here.
Here's Chris Paul working with Ayton again. Saying it.
Well aware. Working on Walker. He fires the three.
Our players will come out and play well. You just don't know what the opponent would do because they haven't played.
We were talking about the other night. With a little scissor back and forth.
And Jones in the game. That's the guy that can jump high and block shots. You got to be careful on him.
Paul gets into the pitch with the big man Pascal on him. Paul on a drive, pulls back from 18.
Be difficult if you allow them to score here.
Chris Paul runs by Conley, dishes inside. High screen to try and lose LeVert on the outside and make the big men have to play Chris Paul.
Paul takes a contested fan with it.
Especially when you're winning. Here's Paul.
Paul. The stutter step, the feed, Bridges, the 2.
It's the largest lead of the game for Phoenix. Chris Paul throws it up, Lindell banks it in.
Paul guarded by LeVert, stops, fires a 3 over.
Crossing up, Porter. Michael stayed right there with him. Shamit from the corner.
Seductive ball fake for Chris Paul, goes around.
Minute and a half into the second quarter. Paul, high over.
Here today. Leads back up to 25. Chris Paul floats it up. Shot is good.
The losing streak at 10. And he said, look, this team is still engaged. Yes.
Again, this is the second night of a back-to-back for both teams. Washington home, one against the Sixers.
Their arsenal of three-point shooters at 47%. Paul working over Gobert.
Don't do you. Don't do
side-to-side dance, dropping some salt.